Our next speaker explores how modern sabotage is evolving at the intersection of AI, cybercrime, and human psychology, and how techniques such as social engineering and emerging technologies like drones are reshaping the risk landscape for critical infrastructure and global supply chains. Please welcome Immanuel Bär, co-founder of ProSec GmbH and a white hat hacker to guide us through these themes. Immanuel, thank you so much for joining us. Immanuel is. Here he is. Thank you so much, Immanuel. Over to you.
Hi. So first I have to connect my techniques. I hope everything will work. Hi. So let's check if this works. Oh, I forgot my hotspot. Sorry. I don't like guest WLAN or guest Wi-Fi. I prefer my own handy because it's more secure, you know. So sorry for this interruption. So let me just connect the display, and then it should work. Okay, you can see something. Nice. So let's take a look. 5G, everything fine. Okay. So let's start with the right. Oh, I'm in the wrong Wi-Fi. Just 1 second. Ah, yes. Now, oh shit, this is the wrong webcam. This is somewhere in Russia. This was not what I wanted to show, but we can go back there later. This is no problem. We can take a look there later. Okay. Hi, my name is Immanuel. I'm 44 years old, 2 kids, co-founder of different divisions. Today I'm representing ProSec Networks, offensive, red teaming, and stuff like this. But I'm also happy to be here as part of the expert commission in Berlin for cyber. My favorite hobby is teaching younger people and older people in my free time cyber resilience. I do this since 25 years because I think this is sustainable. It's only sustainable when we also not just do it for business, but also helping younger people with their apps, with their social media to be resilient. And at the end, these are the Fachkräfte of tomorrow. So I think it's good to do something like this. I've been to several countries, not just for hobby, and holidays, if you know what I mean. Before we started our company, I worked for a big insurance company in context of data loss prevention. And we were in 2022, maybe some of you heard of it, we were responsible for one of the most successful Counter-Strikes of all times against DOS and DDoS, pro-Russian hacking activists. Maybe some of you know Killnet. In July 2022, we exfiltrated the data of 67,000 of them with 20 people on our side. And this is one of the projects, I'm proud to do what we do because hacking should be ethical if we do something good for our, not just economy, but also for our society. We do different stuff in context with Gov or critical infrastructure. Work with people with a bit less hair than mine, but also for sections in defense and so on. But this is not the case today. 2 days ago, I like to hear Deutschlandfunk and Deutschlandfunk Nova. And on Deutschlandfunk, they had this news here. I hope my audio will connect well. HDMI should work.
Tempo weiter, erklärte die Behörde. Drohnen würden stetig kleiner, unauffälliger und präziser. Zudem verfügten Kameras über eine immer höhere Auflösung. Die künstliche Intelligenz eröffnet zusätzliche Möglichkeiten, etwa bei der Bildauswertung. Weiter hieß es, für ausländische Nachrichtendienste seien militärische Objekte aller Art und Logistikrouten, Gewerbegebiete sowie Industrieanlagen von besonderem Interesse.
Maybe you heard of it, because there were a lot of espionage actions in the last 7 days. So it was in the news once again. What a surprise. Also, Verfassungsschutz had some warnings and so on. But for people like me, it was not that surprising. I live in Koblenz. Maybe you've been there. It's a really nice place, German corner, good wine, good breweries, and so on. In 2016, we did an, I would say, experiment with a drone, which was, a really surprise for us. We started normal DJI Phantom 4, and we had the situation that a really, I would say, VIP was at the German corner in case of the elections, and we flew over the Rhine, and then we were able to get really, really close to this person, and the problem was we were also able to take pictures of the securities and also of 2 sharpshooters, and at the end, maybe you know this person, and the problem was that we also were able to leave the place again, and when it was something like 11 o'clock or so in the evening, and no one reacted, we just asked via Facebook, okay, did anyone saw this drone? And people said, yes, we saw it, and this was the point where we said, okay, it's enough now, and we did a proof of concept and gave it to some persons, and then 3 days later, a few Audi A8L and so on came to hear us, and now they improved the process when people in Germany, France, UK, and so on do something like this. At the end, I think this is a special place, and German corner, I think there are more secure places than a German corner to do something like this. So this is why we were not shocked by the actual situation with drones. Let me give you a small update how we see the situation, and also with some examples. Of course, one of the reasons we still have to talk about cybercrime and stuff like this is there is nothing on the world, there's no business case in the world which earns that fast that much money. I think now we are in a situation that cybercrime earns more money than prostitution and the worldwide illegal drug game earns together. So this is something, it will not leave, to be honest. And another thing is the dimensions now we see when we do something like analysis, pen testing, and so on, have really changed. This was a picture from May last year in Germany, a medium-sized company, not in the supply chain of Rheinmetall or something like this. They contacted us because the admin said, okay, we have some crazy traffic here in our network, can you help us? And when we came there, we saw that they had in 5 rooms audio-based espionage devices, and in 3 rooms audio and video combined espionage devices. And this is not Hollywood. This was not, as I said, in a special defense supply chain, a normal medium-sized company for producing some parts for petrol pumps or something like this. And this is something, at the end, to to translate it, minimum 2 people just infiltrated this company. They placed this stuff and then left the building. So this is something, it's more than normal cybercrime with ransomware and so on, as we know. One of the biggest problems is that it is too easy today to become a hacker or attacker. As I said, I do a lot of work with younger people. Today, if you would like to attack something, you can watch maybe some influencers like Hassan Azari or someone like this, and he can show you on YouTube how you just use a browser and a VLC player to attack something. Let's do this together. Okay, she left the building. This is a problem, but we can choose something else. You only need a browser, and then, for example, you all know, maybe some of you know those search engines like Shodan. Yeah, nothing, no big thing. You just know what to search for, and now I have, in less than 1 second, 8,223 webcams somewhere in the world which had some security problems in the last 72 hours. So I can browse there and check, okay, which could be nice, and then copy the IP address, and then just open the VLC player, and then just connect there. And if my hotspot is near enough, then I connect there and I can watch what the people do. This is a nice playground, but not that dangerous, I think. But the next level, I think it's a bit more scary. You can use this search engine also for and say, okay, Shodan, please show me where are some VNC ports for controlling some machines, for example, where the authentication is not working or something is wrong, and then we see, other stuff like, for example, some pump panels, control panels, or something like this. And to use this now, I don't have to be a hacker or informatic or something. I just zoom in, take this here. Maybe you all know TeamViewer for remote sessions and so on. It can take something like a VNC viewer, take this IP address here, and then put it in. And I just, for example, now take this one here and connect myself. And now I'm connected to, I don't know, it's somewhere in Korea, North Korea, but I don't know where exactly. And it's a panel for some machine, I don't know. So because I don't know where, just for you to understand, now when I move the cursor here in Oberhausen, the cursor is moving in North Korea. Just, it's totally random that it's North Korea. And now I can just take a screenshot. Maybe some of you can imagine what now will happen. I had a good school education also with Old Latin and Old Greek, but my Korean is not that good, so I need help in this case. And for example, I take now Gemini, how to shut down the machine, question mark. And then let me think. So now I asked AI, okay, can you help me with this situation? And I hope, once I tried it, he said, oh no, this is not correct to do this. But normally, analyzing interface data, okay, the stop button is labeled important safety note. The set, okay, bottom, okay, cooling down, yeah, nice. I think maybe I can combine it with a prompt on ChatGPT, and at the end, it will translate me the situation. It will help me maybe to shut it down. And this is a problem I think we should handle. That it's today kids can watch on YouTube how to do something like this, and then they can really cause trouble, and this is a problem. Another problem is, maybe you heard of the things with low-level agents, where also German security authorities warned that we have the problem, for example, younger people, they send something like $100 and say, okay, please be so kind and start your private DJI Neo 1 drone and just give us some pictures of your warehouse, of your, give us some pictures from your entrance, from your depot, something like this. Yeah, I think in the last months we had more than 1,000 cases of low-level agent in Germany, and this is a problem. 5 years ago, there were no level agent recruitment like this, even on social media and so on. And yeah, of course, also here, Verfassungsschutz and authorities like them, gave us warnings. At the end, it is a trend, not just, of course, the cybercrime with ransomware, with all this, with DDoS attacks and so on. It is a challenge, but now we see the trend, not just normal cybercrime, but also espionage, sabotage, and stuff like this. It's not my core topic today. If you want to know more about this, we can talk later. But I think it was important for me just to point it out. Come back to logistics and normal cybercrime. I think a lot of you know Emmons. It's a company with a logistic company with different logistic channels, and the CISO, or Chief Information Security Officer, René, he wrote an article a few months ago with the title "Cyberstorm on Logistics," and I can say it's a really good article, and it shows how that logistic sector is really a target for attackers, and not just for earning money, but also because of hacking supply chains is a way for destabilization. For example, for Russians, it's not just for example, Chinese would like to copy and stuff like this, but it's really a problem. And I asked Thilo, he is a managing director from the digital part of Emmons, and he just recorded me a small video for you all. Just started.
Hi Immanuel, danke, dass ich Teil in deinem Vortrag sein darf. Kurzes Statement von mir zum Thema Supply Chain, Resilienz, Digitalisierung. Unsere Lieferketten sind in den letzten Jahrzehnten immer weiter auf Effizienz getrimmt worden und im Rahmen der Globalisierung gewachsen. Aber wir sehen immer häufiger Cyberattacken oder geopolitische Konflikte, die unsere Lieferketten, so wie wir sie kennen, massiv bedrohen. Digitalisierung, künstliche Intelligenz wird von denjenigen genutzt, die diese Angriffe planen, aber auch wir können sie nutzen, um Risiken früher zu erkennen, darauf zu reagieren und unsere Supply Chain robuster und resilienter zu machen. So wie unsere Branche geprägt ist, können wir das aber nicht alleine machen, sondern wir müssen es zusammen, gemeinsam im Netzwerk tun, um gemeinsam mit den Daten zu arbeiten, Dinge frühzeitig zu erkennen und das Ganze voranzutreiben. Deswegen glaube ich, ist es ein spannendes Thema, was uns die nächsten Jahre intensiv begleiten wird, und freue mich auf das, was wir gemeinsam erreichen können.
I think one of the core sentences is together, and this is one of the points I'm really happy that there are conferences like this where specialists on the one hand, good solution architects and products and so on, and also the people who are responsible in the companies come together, because it is a teamwork challenge. Of course, we cannot defend everything, and 100% security, it isn't realistic. But if we do it together, I think I really think we can handle it. From theory to a bit more visible and reality. I think maybe after this session you can do the experiment and just type in YouTube hacker. If you do it, maybe I think you will find a video from us from last summer. We just collaborated with ZDF and Dreisat, and the idea was not doing some marketing for our team, but doing some, giving some information to older people, to younger people. What is cybercrime? And we were really surprised because I think in 3 days we had more than I think, what was it, 25,000 clicks. And I just will show you a small part of that video, what it's about and why it is important to realize that normal attacks more often combine digital, physical, and human weakness. I will show you right now.
Unbemerkt.
Wir warten gerade Drucker und so weiter, also sind von Elektromarkt her.
Okay.
Dann kommen wir gleich hier rum nochmal rein oder müssen wir vorne rum rein?
Ihr müsst euch etwas in die Tür reinstecken.
Okay.
I will translate it.
Können wir auch haben. Alles klar, danke. Ja, klar. Gut. Ach so. Danke sehr. Ja, guter Vorschlag.
Aber dann, wenn sie weg sind, schlagen sie die Tür zu, gell?
Ja, klar. Selbstverständlich. Geht auf Sicherheit. Danke sehr.
Immanuels Spezialgebiet Social Engineering. Die Kunst, Vertrauen zu erschleichen.
So, to translate it, the situation was we just combined normal pen testing with perimeter and technical stuff with some phishing calls, with some phishing emails and so on, and also physical part. And the physical part was a bit funny at the moment when we just, of course, we had some faked identities as a printer guy and stuff like this. But it was crazy in the moment when we asked the people, okay, how can we come back into the offices? And they said, oh, okay, you have to take this here to put it in the door to reopen it. We said, okay, nice, thank you. That was really kind. And at the end, it shows that it's too easy to say, okay, how could he do this? If you're not trained this with the people, they cannot know how to react in this situations. And if we combine it to a realistic attack, when we review the last, I think, 6 or 7 months, it's always like that first there's the point of identification of information gathering, OSINT and so on, then observing, sometimes also supported maybe by low-level agents who don't know for themselves what they do, what their role is. Then, of course, drones and stuff like this could be used for map, and then the stuff with manipulating, with phishing, also sometimes used with deepfake and so on, and then entering and at the end monitorizing. This is these are simple patterns of attacks, and now the question is, I not just want to talk about how attacks went, but also I have one example here, what you could do against this, and with a focus on the human factor. I don't know who likes beer here in the room. Just raise your hand. Okay, good. That's nice. This is the case with Krombacher. I hope someone knows it. The CIO from Krombacher, he asked me 2 years ago, hey, Immanuel, I heard you a good speaker. Let's do some awareness session with the people. I said, I don't think that it will work. It will work for a few days, but not in the long run. And he said, okay, why not? What should we do? And then I said, you have to catch the people, not just the employees. You have really to get through their neurocortex in the limbic system, and let's do it another way. And he said, okay, how to do it? I said, okay, let's do a realistic attack that they feel why you are doing stuff like phishing simulations and so on. And then he trusted us, and I said, okay, let's do attack with all the fields, with physical, with tech, with social engineering, and also testing the security operations center, the endpoint protection, and also the supply chain. And at the end, what we did was a bit, in the first days, it was a bit hard for him to see it. We did something like tailgating into their warehouse. We stole 2 cars from the logistic section. We entered the financial meeting with wrong identities and sat there when they discussed their KPIs. More than just being some cleaning guy. And at the end, the CEO was first that shocked, but in the second moment, realizing and feeling what it means. And then he said, okay, we have been hacked, and that was good. And from one day to another, for CEO and CFO, it was one of the most important topics of all, with AI, of course. And this was a turning point. And this was on C-level, but also what was important in how to do sustainable awareness sessions with the people was not talking about how much people have clicked on some attachments, how much people did stupid things, but we asked, okay, who was really good, who maybe clicked on a mail but talked to the IT after this, who was maybe who acted resilient. And then we said, okay, let's do a town hall and let's announce some Krombacher cyber heroes. And this was a totally different style to work with the people. And this, at the end, brought the result that people at Krombacher said, okay, nice, let's do more with cybersecurity. Because they realized, this is Maximilian, one of the brewery masters or brewery guys there, and he said, okay, it's not just important for us while working, but also in my family it's important. And that was the moment when we catched C-level and also blue collar and people who have no direct connection to information technology and stuff like this. And this was a turning point. I think at the end, 3 actions I would you like to do when you go back to your companies. First thing is, with this example from Krombacher in your mind, map your human attack surface, and not just okay, we did some. We have some phishing simulations. We have some SoSafe, KnowBe4, whatever. But listen to the person, what they really did. For example, we had a situation. They had a big project with some awareness platforms, and when we asked in more details, we saw that every time when the people are in home office and they had kids, they did their simulation sessions, and at the end, their children did it for them because they did not realize why it's important. The second thing is, please do more realistic simulations. Just checking, okay, we're doing some perimeter check, okay, we do some maybe open VARs or Nessus scanner or something like this. This is not not that realistic that people can understand it, that people can feel it. And I think when you do more realistic, that means combining physical with a technical vector. This will help the people understand what is the purpose, what is the why they should protect not just their own company. Because the thing is, when people realize that the things they learn protecting their company, the digital resilience of the company and so on, but they also then realize, okay, it helps me as a father. It helps me protecting, for example, my daughter with multi-factor authentication on Instagram. Then you catch the people. This is a totally different way. And I think at the end, exercise instead of hoping. I think you can do a lot of stuff in theory, but practice beats hope. And to sum it up, being digital resilient, whether in the physical part, in the technical part, in the supply chain and so on, is one of the biggest challenges we have in our society, not just in business case, also in family, also in the society or in the administrations. But we can defend us, but we have to realize that we have to catch the person. Thank you.
Immanuel, thank you so much for that enlightening presentation. I'm just going to ask you one question. We've only got time for one before we break, but we've had some come through from the audience. What are typical groups which are targeted as low-level agents, according to your experience?
Typical groups for low-level agents are groups which are younger, which they can reach via social media, so, for example, they write them a direct message on Instagram or on Facebook, just with a short sentence. I've seen you have nice DJI videos. You live in Koblenz. You are part of a critical infrastructure. They do not write part of critical infrastructure, but we like your pictures. Could you be a photographer, hobby photographer for us? And so then more younger people are targeted because they have Instagram, they have social media, and they are easy to reach.
Immanuel, once again, thank you so much. We really appreciate having you here. Thank you.